In the early 90s, Sunny D released a commercial. A young kid and his friends open the refrigerator to find refreshment. OJ, Purple Stuff, soda, Sunny D. Of course, they picked Sunny D. Nearly a quarter century has passed since the release of that commercial. All this time, waiting for its time to seek revenge, has been Purple Stuff. The time is nigh. Today, Purple Stuff rises from the shadows to try and dethrone the king. The battlefield is set. It's Sunny D versus Purple Stuff. You tried that. You Tried Dat versus episode. Nick Novak with my pal Shade Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
And guys, do you remember the Sunny D Purple Stuff commercial from when you were a kid?
Absolutely. That's the I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that commercial, maybe just hundreds of times or whatever, but that whole exchange about in the fridge looking at the Sunny D Purple Stuff is just ingrained in my memory. I remember that like so vividly because the camera is like from inside the fridge and you see like those little assholes' heads like come in and start like fishing through looking for stuff. But I didn't really remember that's the only part of the commercial I remember, right? Well, I went back and watched it again recently, and we'll play it in a little bit. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff around it with like these like kids like saying all this like slang that I guess that whatever marketer thought was cool back then. But you guys had seen it as a kid or no?
I had, and it's funny that I sent you guys a link to the commercial, and you said that you also just watched it. And I really wanted to see what Purple Stuff was. And you can't tell in the commercial. It's a jug with indiscriminate purple liquid in it.
Yeah, so it's just an unmarked gallon container, like a milk gallon.
Right, could have been Kool-Aid or something. We decided to go with the Welch's Grape juice, which is also kind of a kid drink, so seemed to be a good matchup. But Geiger, I saw you just shake your head when Chad said, had you seen the commercial? So you don't know this commercial?
No, I mean, so I know I've seen it. Because when you say the Purple Stuff, that sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you one thing about it. It's not memorable to me at all. Like if I watched it on YouTube or something, I'm sure I'd be like, okay, yeah, I bet I saw it, but I couldn't.
So you did not watch the video when Novak sent the link out, is what you're saying.
I tried to, it wouldn't load, and then I was just like, okay, I'm turning my phone off. So.
The lesson here, I'm the better friend.
Correct.
Yes, that was the one friendship test, and I failed.
What about Sunny D? What's your guys' history with Sunny D?
Never had it.
Yeah, I have not had it in a long time. I don't know if we ever really had it in the house. I might have had it at a friend's house or something, but I couldn't tell you what it drank.
I mean, what is it? Is it just an orange juice? I don't actually know.
No, because there's more than one. It's like a citrus, because if you look, it's like got limes and oranges and lemons.
I've had it. It's definitely like a cousin of the orange juice, where it has that flavor, but it says tangy, but it's like a tangier orange juice. And we just recently drank Tang, actually, so it will be interesting to see how closely this actually resembles the drink Tang, because there might be some comparison. So before we get into it, we've waited a couple episodes to hear a story about some chickens. So
we've been waiting, huh?
The thing is, if we don't hear it now, then it's going to be a while till we hear it, because this is our last record of our session here. So we have to hear this chicken story.
You build this up like this is actually something anyone wants to hear.
Just tell us the chicken twice basics of the story.
Mostly, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this situation. See what you would do in it. So, my in-laws have a pair of chickens that they raise in their backyard, and they're pretty standard chickens, right? Like nothing too special about them. They lay eggs. They eat shit off the ground. They're pretty dumb. But they're friendly chickens. Like if you go up to them and you kind of sneak up to them a little bit, then they'll let you pet them. And they laid a lot of eggs over the years, of which I consumed many of them. So that was nice to always get fresh eggs. Well, not too long ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, they stopped laying eggs. They went through, I guess, chicken menopause, to the point where they're not laying eggs anymore. So, a couple months went by, and then my in-laws planned a vacation. And so in the past, when they would go on vacation, they'd have somebody come over, usually me, come over and feed the chickens every couple of days, and collect the eggs and stuff. But since there wasn't any more eggs anymore, and they weren't going to be laying any more eggs, then they were trying to decide what to do with the chickens. So real quick, what would you guys do in this situation? Would you find a chicken sitter or something like that? And what do you think they opted to do?
So, first question is, how long does a chicken live?
Let's just see what happens if we Google chicken life expectancy.
And how old are they now?
So the average lifespan is about 7 to 8 years, and they're roughly 5 or so.
Okay. So I feel like at that point I'd have to just let the chicken live out its life. I would just carry it through to the end.
Because they've given you so many eggs over the years and been your friend and stuff.
Sure, I just wouldn't and for lack of a better alternative, if I knew of a place who really wanted chickens,
yeah,
and was going to treat them well, fine. But and I'm not like a vegetarian, but I sort of draw the line at eating my pet. So that's probably what I would do. I would let it ride. Geiger, how about you?
Yeah, so I think it would partly is if because we have the kids in this, right? They would get attached to them. So I think I'd have a hard time being no, actually just killing them and eating them. Oh, this is Benny you're eating, and they're like, what? I guess the other thing is how much does it cost to maintain a chicken's health? Are you taking it to the vet constantly if it gets disease? How much money are you going to pour into keeping these chickens alive?
I don't think you take a chicken to the vet. No.
Don't they see a doctor of some sort at some point, right? I mean,
no, I don't think they do. You just look. The chickens cost them $5. If the chicken dies, it dies. I think.
Oh, okay.
But you just have to buy chicken feed, and then there's the time going in and cleaning all this shit out of their chicken coop and stuff like that.
So you don't have to give them shots or have if their legs break.
No, I don't.
Put a cast on there or something.
There's no vaccination schedule for fucking chickens.
Right, okay. They don't get worms or whatever. Yeah.
The chickens are the one that give the disease, not
yeah. I'd let them live their life out. And then
I'm guessing they did not do that because otherwise there'd be no story to tell.
The other problem that makes it a little tricky is you actually don't want to eat chickens. Chickens, once they've passed their egg laying age, the meat's not good anymore. It kind of gets all tough and stuff. Right. It's not really tender. If you buy chicken at the grocery store, that's not a 7-year-old chicken. That chicken was born and then grew to 1 year and then was killed. But they ended up giving the chicken to somebody they know in San Francisco who immediately they told us the graphic description of what the person did, so I'll just relay that here. But basically they took the chickens, put them over the sink, pulled their heads back, slit their throat, and then after they finished bleeding out, they stuck them in a pot and boiled them for a while so that the feather your guys' faces, right, so that the feathers would all come off, and then that makes the feathers easy to pluck, and then they turned it into a chicken stew.
Were these their enemies that were yeah, I took your chicken, I cut his throat.
Yeah.
I thought you just chopped their head off really quick. I didn't think you slit their throat while you whisper in their ear.
And the person was shh, shh, as it just suffocates the chickens with a pillow.
I heard that you just berate them and make them feel so bad about themselves that they eventually commit suicide. That's what I heard that you do.
What do you do with a wife after she's gone through menopause?
Same thing. You hand her over to these cartel goons that Chad's in-laws found, and then they slit her wrist over our sink and go, shh, and then they call you and go, it's done. And then they boil your wife in a stew, in a pot, and make stew out of it.
Yeah. So that's what happened to the chickens.
Yep. That's what happens.
I wish I did not ask about the chicken story. That was not what I expected.
I just want to say R.I.P. Biggie and Small. That were their two names. Biggie and Small were the two chickens, because one of them was bigger and the other one was smaller.
Did their parents' name on that?
Yeah. That's what the birth certificate says.
I thought this was going to be some kind of feel-good chicken story. It's the kind of chicken story I like.
There's no such thing as a feel-good chicken story. All chickens lead miserable, sad lives.
Heartwarming chicken stories where the chicken, like, what, got its doctorate or something? What are you looking for?
I want a story that ends with a chicken getting an advanced degree. That's the only thing I'll settle for.
Yeah, it overcome its humble beginnings.
I want to hear about Dr. Cluck's MD, who invented the chicken vaccination schedule.
I don't want to hear about that one asshole chicken who got an associate's. Like, I have no interest in that.
There's some dumb chicken that wasn't living up to it. Just got a vocational school and now it's a janitor at the local chicken coop.
Yeah, it's like chicken parents were like so disappointed in him. And they're like, "You're a failure as a chicken son." That's what happened.
Now we're going to slit your throat over the sink.
Wait, other chickens are going to slit his throat?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Chickens are assholes. You know that.
The chicken world is a ruthless one, man. These chickens don't fuck around.
I remember we went to a farm when we were kids. It was one of those like working farms. You can like see all the animals and pet them and feed the goats. And like my dad was like, "Oh, I bet you can't catch one of these chicks because there's little baby chicks running everywhere." And they were like really fast. And I caught one and I was all proud and I showed him and he was like, "Well, that doesn't count. It only had one leg. That's how I caught it." And I'm like, "That doesn't count."
It kind of doesn't count. It kind of doesn't count. He's right.
Hey, it counts. He said I couldn't catch a chick and I did.
Did it have two legs before you caught it?
And I plucked one leg off. I was like, "Now run away."
Are you like Lenny from Mice and Men?
Right. And then later when I went off to college, he said, "I bet you can't get a chick." And he was right for many years. And then I found one that had one leg. And I asked her out and she was limping away from me. I was like, "You can't go anywhere."
She couldn't hobble away fast enough.
Chicks try to run away from you when you ask them out?
Yeah, I suppose that's a pretty aggressive. And then I chased after her. That doesn't sound good either.
No, that's not good.
No, I didn't do that. That last part, all the ladies I've gone out with have had two legs. Not that there's anything wrong with it if they don't. And see. So moving on.
All right. Well, speaking of Sunny D, let's try Sunny D.
How did you know her name?
That was her. That
Sunny D.
one-legged
Martinez.
girl that you asked out.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try the Sunny D first. But we're going to have a rating system. And did someone bother to come up with one?
Yeah, I got one. So it's based on the Sunny D commercial, which I'm going to play for you right now. And then there's going to be a couple things from the commercial that we'll use for our rating system. So here's the commercial. It's just 30 seconds. So if you don't want to hear it, hit that fast forward 30 seconds button on your podcast player. Here we go.
Yeah! Make it radical.
Hey, make a grocery.
Hey, anybody thirsty? Okay, we got OJ, some purple stuff, some soda, Sunny Delight.
I'll try Sunny Delight.
Okay, yeah, it's good stuff. It's got healthy junk. So what?
Hey, guys.
All right. Hey, Megan, our name is Mrs. B.
Thanks. I think.
You got a cool
Sunny Delight. Kids get the taste. Moms get the credit.
All right, there we go. So that's the Sunny Delight commercial.
So wait a minute. So they had orange juice in the fridge and Sunny Delight?
Yes.
That seemed like a little redundant.
And a big
Radical.
and a big 2-liter that says cola on it.
Hey, your mom's awesome. She's hot too.
She's got that great 80s haircut.
She's got two shapely legs.
I like her Sunny D's.
I want to bang your mom.
I want to fill her with purple stuff. All right, so
Grimace trying to go out with your mom.
Yeah. So here's our rating system. 3 points, all taken from the commercial. So from the bottom, we've got healthy junk. Middle, the one you pointed out, Novak, Radical. And then our top rating today is going to be Mega Gnarly, Mrs. B. So there we go. Those are 3 ratings for these drinks. So dig into the Sunny D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think at some point it did probably say Sunny Delight more.
Yeah.
And then they just switched it for Sunny D.
Yeah, in that commercial, the jar says Sunny Delight on it. But I've only ever known it as Sunny D.
Right. It's a much more radical kind of name.
Yeah.
So I think that's a better.
Like, I bet you, yeah, when they focus grouped it, like all the hip cool kids are saying D and not Delight. Chad. Speaking of Grimace, Chad, your face looks really happy with this drink.
So this is Tangy Original is the flavor. They had a couple other flavors at the store I saw, but I don't know if any of them are going to be any better.
I know they had a mango one. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. This tastes a ton like orange juice.
Really?
It says... Yeah, I mean, closer than it tastes like something else. I can't think of anything else that tastes like. But it says it contains only 5% juice, so I think it's also just really super sugary. And it does kind of taste... How do you think it compares to the Tang that we drank?
It's a lot less sweet than the Tang, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'd probably drink this over the Tang.
Yeah, it has more orangey flavor. It does say it has 100% vitamin C, so I guess that's good.
Mine says it's 200%.
Yeah, it's on the front it says 100% vitamin C, and on the back it says vitamin C 200%. So
per 8 ounces, and this is more. This is
okay.
More than that.
16-ounce bottle.
16.
Yeah.
It's also got 15% of your daily sodium intake, which probably isn't very good.
Very citrusy. Like, I can feel it, like, stinging my lips still a little bit. So, that's the Sunny D. We're going to do the Welch's before we do any of the ratings. So this is just a standard Welch's 100% grape juice, Concord grape. I know there's Welch's makes different flavors now. It's probably the one that we
now. In contrast to Sunny D, this one is 100% juice. So, and it also has 100% vitamin C.
When you guys look at your ingredient label, mine just says stuff and then grape or stuff and then purple food coloring. That's all it says. Is that what you're saying?
Now, here's something interesting. The Sunny D has 27 grams of sugar for the bottle, and this Welch's has 45 grams of sugar.
Yeah. Now, I got a big jug of it, so mine probably has more, and I'm going to drink out of it just straight out.
Attaboy.
Yeah, no, 36 grams of sugar.
It's been a long time since I've had grape juice, actually. What juices, what are you guys' normal juice of choice?
I don't drink a lot of fruit juices. I guess I probably drank more apple than anything else because you see it more. It's more readily available. But as a kid, I was definitely a grape juice kid. But I haven't, like you said, it's probably been 15 years since I had a Welch's grape juice.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I loved orange juice. There was, although I think what we normally had, there was like regular orange juice, and then there was something called like Five Alive or something like that. That was like actually a blend of citrus fruits. I loved it. And then as I grew up, I got more away from orange juice. Orange juice started giving me like heartburn and stuff. So I drink more. If I do drink juice, usually in breakfast time, I'm drinking coffee. But if I do drink juice, I'm more likely to drink like apple.
Yeah, for me, top juice, apple for sure. Orange juice, close second. And then other than that, like, I don't really fuck with juice too much. Like, I'm not really into all those like cran whatever and like mango blah blah blah. It's just like too much. Keep it basic. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to juices.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bravely go ahead and not be chickens as we rate the juices. And Geiger, we're gonna have you start out. Tell us your ratings for both juices and the reasoning.
All right. What were the ratings?
I don't remember either. That's why I did not go first.
It's Mega Gnarly, Mrs. B, Radical, and Healthy Junk.
Okay. I am going to say I am actually going to give a Healthy Junk to the Sunny D. I don't like it that much. I would, well, I'm torn. I would drink it before I drank the 10. You know what? I'll bump that up. It's fine. It's not terrible. It's fine. I give it a Radical, which makes it sound like
you bumped it up just because you had one other drink that was worse.
Right. Well, I want to be consistent. I mean, it's not. It's just like a thin, sugary. Like it has no value whatsoever. It doesn't taste great. It's just
It's got
loaded
200%
sugar
vitamin
water.
C value.
Well, it has a lot of vitamin C. Okay, that's true. It also has a ton of sugar. It's overly sweet. It's got a weird, like Novak said, it's got that weird, like, as soon as I drank 2 gulps, I was getting like some acid reflux reaction. It was just it's too much for me. So I will give it like a radical and a half, like a somewhere, but if there was a rating between radical and healthy
There isn't.
junk, I'd
Only
put
3
it there.
ratings.
I'm aware. I'll give it. You know what? I'm going to stand by my initial reaction. I'm giving this a healthy junk. I'm not a huge fan. That means
took us on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
ride,
right.
with Sunny D.
I know it was all the.
You sure you don't want to
emotions.
also find some excuse to quickly give it a Miss Gnarly or that's gnarly Mrs. B and then backtrack it?
I'm giving it a Miss Gnarly.
Miss Gnarly, Mega B.
Yo, Miss Gnarly. I'm just playing the guitar. I'm Mega B. You're a real Mega B, Miss Gnarly. This is us playing around with that guarantees I now fuck it up if I have to say it again. The Welch's grape juice, I mean, for being purple stuff, it's really good. I liked it. I like grape juice. It's definitely healthy. There's nothing wrong with this stuff, really. I think it tastes good. I would drink it at home. I'm going to put this in my fridge and enjoy some more. I will say this is a gnarly Mrs. B for the Welch's grape juice. Stupid shit.
You better not wait too
All right.
long to drink the rest of that since you've been drinking it straight out of the jug and now it's like contaminated with your backwash.
I'm giving that to my kids. They're not going to know. Probably beard hair in here, too.
So purple stuff is out to the early lead. Chad?
The Sunny D is liquid dog shit. It's fucking awful. It's bad.
Is that what the D stands
Yes,
for?
it stands for Sunny Dog Shit. This is so bad. I actually like the Tang more from the other episode that we drank. That's the most recent other beverage we did. I don't think this is good at all. It's like tastes so fake. It doesn't taste like fruit juice at all to me. It just tastes like sugar that they're trying, like almost like liquefied Skittles or something. Like Skittles are supposed to taste like fruit, and it's obviously not fruit. The same kind of thing. Those are getting what was it again? Healthy junk. I can't remember my own fucking system. It's so stupid. The sign of an amazing system. The person who came up with it can't remember it. Anyway, purple stuff. I gotta say, those kids in that commercial, they made the wrong choice. They should have gone for the purple stuff. It's
Preach.
Yeah, it's much better. This Welch is solid. I think it's really good. So yeah, I'm also gonna go with a Mega Gnarly Mrs. B for the Welch's.
All right. And it's going to be a clean sweep for the purple stuff. I like Welch's. I'm going to say I like it, but I probably wouldn't. I'm not going to end up drinking a lot of this grape juice in the future. I'm not going to continue to buy Welch's.
Yeah, I'm not going to go buy another jug of it, right?
But I still will give it a Mega Gnarly Mrs. B for Welch's. It's good. I don't know. It's still just very sugary. It's like too sugary to drink on a daily basis.
Right.
Every morning. The Sunny D is not great. I don't think that it is as bad as you guys say. It is not the chicken of drinks, the beheaded chicken of as you guys seem to describe it. It's just for the same reason that you hate it. I think that's fine. It's just like a watery, like orange juice kind of feel. So I'm gonna give it a radical, which, like Geiger said, makes it seem like I like it, but I don't really like it.
That's the beauty of the scale. Who's more confused, us or our listeners?
I feel like Sunny D Marketing is like, this podcast rated this radical. It's like all excited. That means we sort of didn't like it.
They called it healthy junk. So, finally, after all these years, purple stuff has proven that it was in fact superior, and that those 90s kids should have went with that instead of Sunny Delight.
Now, in fairness, we don't know exactly what the purple stuff is. So the purple stuff that was in that fridge might have been like coagulated horse blood or something. We don't know. And like maybe they could have tasted
from somebody's
terrible.
pet horse that wasn't laying eggs anymore. They slit the horse throat and turned it into a jug of purple blood.
If you have never had a horse egg omelet, you have not lived, my friend.
I told you guys that. Did I tell you guys that I had an ostrich egg? That my brother. Shout out to my brother. He like picked up some ostrich eggs one time, like last year, and he gave me one. And and like first of all, I had to open the thing with a fucking hammer and chisel. Like it was so hard to get the thing open because the shell's so thick. The ostrich egg is giant. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but I just poured it into like a big Tupperware, and then I slowly made scrambled eggs out of it over the course of like 2 weeks. It took forever to actually go through all the egg yolk, but yeah, it wasn't very good. Don't recommend it. I give the ostrich egg a healthy junk.
Like, how did it taste different from a chicken egg?
It wasn't
sitting in a Tupperware for 2 weeks.
It wasn't like as rich and creamy as like regular eggs are, and there was just sort of like a weird sort of like stiffness to it when you cooked it up. Like it tasted very spongy, like almost like a microwaved McDonald's egg kind of taste. Like it just wasn't good like that. Yeah.
Well, if you, the listener, wants to tell us what you would do with menopausal chicken, where can they contact us, Geiger?
We have a menopausal chicken hotline. It's 1-800-OLD-CHICKEN. And call us and we'll walk you through the steps of how to hold it over a sink and slit its throat.
We get 107 million calls a year.
We're Department of Butterball. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Now, so if you'd like to tell us that or ask questions about menopausal chicken or about snacks in general, leave us mailbag questions, feedback, etc. You can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We have a YouTube channel. We are on SoundCloud. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter, #YouTriedThat. We're on Facebook, You Tried Dat. We're everywhere. You type in the words You Tried Dat, and we are like in the top 37 responses, I bet. Actually,
we're definitely in the top 37 pages of Google search results.
Yes,
somewhere in
for
there.
Sure. So just keep clicking around until you land on us, and then come on in, and we'll talk all about your menopausal chicken.
All right. Well, the score has been settled. Purple Stuff is the winner. We will be back next time, though, and we will be trying 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces!
Yep.